There are roughly, I want to say close to 30 in his collection. Not all of them are in the museum. There's some that are outside of the museum, but I'd say probably inside there's 23 or 24.
It's so cool to have this many tanks in one facility. It's just a lot of history. The fact that 4 men can fit in even the littler tanks and just what they did and their purpose it's just fascinating to me. Just a lot of history in one space. We see a lot of vets come in, which is pretty cool. There are a few that actually drove tanks in World War II that come in and can tell us a lot about what the history is. My favorite personally is when little kids come in. To see a little tiny child barely standing over the tracks of a tank is pretty cool.
You get people that come back more than once. If those are the people that have had military backgrounds and they take hours in here. But it's still a fun time to come out, even if you don't have a military background or not a huge interest in tanks.
We've had people come in and tell us that a place like this should be in like Branson, Missouri with all the other military history museums and stuff around, but having it here is pretty unique, kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's basically like a really fun game of online shopping, from what I can understand. You, through whatever website, find it, and they can have it running for you by the time you pick it up. They'll bring everything on these massive trucks, on trains, but it's an interesting hobby for sure, but pretty cool that they're displayed for the public to see now.
This M1917 light tank to our left here is my favorite tank. Every single plate on the tank has 3 bullet indentations in it. So when they were building the tank, they would fire 3 shots into it to make sure that the metal was strong enough to withhold, I guess, a bigger shot. But so if you look closely on all of them, they have a small indentation in every plate.
The history in here is insane to know that they fought in wars and protected men and were just a huge help in assisting in whichever side. But it's a part of history that we don't learn a lot about, and just learning how important a tank is in a war setting is so important.